In early 2000s, the president of France, Emmanuel Macron, worked as a diplomat in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, in Nigeria. Mr. Macron returns to where used to be his base, reawakening memories of his 6-month internship at the French embassy in the city. President Muhammadu Buhari receives the 40-year-old former investment banker at the presidential villa. President Macron had just arrived from an African Union summit in Mauritania, where issues dwelt more on security challenges in the Sahel region. The French president and President Buhari immediately initiate a closed-door meeting. A news conference is scheduled after the closed-door meeting, where President Macron speaks on plans to curb terrorism in Africa. He's quick to point at economic and ethnic crisis as the core reason why some people join terrorist groups.
I mean, security is our day-to-day business, but you will never provide dreams and perspective to our young people with security. At a point of time, why do they choose to go to crazy people and to jihadists and so on? It's because they need opportunities, economic opportunities, but they need dreams, perspective, their own culture. They need to have sort of ownership on new perspective and new dreams. And I do believe it's part of that and what we can provide. First of all, I think the main plan is an African plan. And France is not the one to solve or fix African situations. I mean, this is a past period. So what we want to do, we intervene and we are still present in Africa and Sahel to fight against terrorism, especially in Mali and in the region. And we will stay as long as it is requested by our friends, and especially Mali, and we discussed yesterday about this issue. But what's important to me is how the African governments in different African countries organize themselves to fight against terrorism and get rid of these people, and especially jihadism. That's why I do accompany and I do promote the G5 Sahel initiative. And I think the forces organized, and where Nigeria is a cornerstone player with Niger, Chad, and Cameroon is very important with Boko Haram. I think first we have to increase the pressure. Yesterday with our friends from G5 Sahel, we worked very hard on the different operations to come. And I think we have to increase the pressure on the operations against this jihadist. We can fix the situation in the coming months. And obviously France will remain present in Sahel as long as they want it. But when I look at the past months, we increased our results and we delivered concrete results in North and West Mali with, I mean, for me, positive outcomes. Now, what we have to better understand is why so many people are convinced to join this jihadists and this terrorists. Because of sometimes economic or ethnic crisis. And that's where it's very important to build not just a security approach, but a stabilization approach in the same time, to provide new opportunities to these people and convey two messages. Your government will take care of you, I mean provide security. But second, your government can provide opportunities to you. And the best opportunity is not to join crazy people and get a belt of bombs and make crazy things. It's not an opportunity. It's an opportunity not to have any more opportunities. And I think it's very important. than that. So that's why I want to accompany all the different leaders and governments whose main objective is precisely to provide an inclusive economic project. I would say inclusive economic and cultural project, where you provide the way for your young people to get education, jobs, but as well to be proud of what you are. I think it's extremely important. Because in a certain way, what we are experiencing today, and you know, Europe is also threatened by terrorism, that's a moral crisis. That's a cultural crisis. So it's not just an issue about security. It's too easy.
Following the Boko Haram kidnapping of more than 200 schoolgirls in Chibok, Borno State in April 2014, a summit for security in Nigeria was held in May 2014 in Paris. This brought together the president of Nigeria, Benin, Cameroon, Niger, and Chad, and representatives of the United States, the United Kingdom, and the European Union. Nigeria and France have also signed new agreements in areas of culture, education, security, and defense, as well as numerous visits. President Muhammadu Buhari discloses that his meeting with the French president also focused on an inter-basin transfer from Lake Chad.
It's to remind Nigerians where we were before we came, where we are now, and what we have been able to do in between with limited resources. So you also brought the matter of Libyan problem, the demise of former president who was there for 43 years and trained a lot of people in the Sahel on only how to shoot and kill. You are not trained to be plumbers, electricians, mechanics. So we confronted some of them in Boko Haram, in the northeast, some of them who acquired only the military tradition, not how to build economically or politically, but only how to shoot and kill. So we are very much aware of your vast experience and the fact that you are great influence in our neighbors. We need you all the time to make progress and stabilize our own countries. Thank you very much, Mr. President.